is Justin Price, and I'm the creator of the biomechanics method, which provides exercise solutions for people in chronic pain. This next corrective exercise is another one of my favorites, and it's the hip flexor stretch. Now the hip flexor stretch is to obviously address the hip flexor muscles, which come from the sides of the lumbar spine, so the vertebral bodies of the lumbar spine. It crosses the pelvis and attaches to the inside of the upper leg. If those muscles are long enough, when the body goes into extension, it means that the spine can move away from the leg. If they're tight, what will happen is the leg will move towards the spine, so the spine will come forward and the hips will flex. So what will happen is you'll end up with an anterior pelvic tilt and excessive lumbar lordosis, which can put a lot of strain on both the back, the knees, the ankle. Obviously this motion puts the head forward. The eyes then need to come upright to the horizon, so this can stress the neck, the back, and so forth. So if we can get the hips into extension, then the pelvis comes forward, the torso is upright, and there's much less strain and stress through the whole body. If you could just show us the stretch with your right leg back, Ryan. Beautiful. Now a lot of people do this exercise incorrectly. Can you just lean forward, Ryan? And what happens is they go right into this and then arch your back up. So now he's actually increasing lumbar lordosis, isn't he? So he's arching his lower back, which means his spine's going forward. So he's actually just shifting his spine towards the leg. And his butt's working on this. If he lets go of his butt, which most people do, now all that force is going to his sacroiliac joint, which is where his pelvis meets the spine. And that can jam up that lower back. So if he backs off a little bit, if he tilts his pelvis under, the glute will activate. He becomes nice and upright in his spine, so extend. He's now gently pushing his hips into extension, and he's using the gluteal muscle, which is the opposite muscle of his hip flexors, to release the hip flexors. So this is called reciprocal inhibition. For example, if you contract your bicep, the tricep has to relax. So by contracting the gluteal muscle, that hip flexor muscle has to relax. So it helps, the glute is actually helping push the hips into extension. He can progress this exercise by lifting this arm, so lift that arm up. That will extend his spine a little bit more. He would regress this exercise by bringing the arm down gently, gently round the lower back. If he rounds the lower back, it will enable him to posteriorly rotate the hips and make sure that glute is working. If that glute is not working, make sure you regress to this, get the client's glute working before you get the client into extension. So now lift up, and Ryan's doing great, so he could progress to lifting the arm. I would encourage clients to do this 30 seconds to a minute every day, and that is the hip flexor stretch.